Hi coaches, parents and everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Coach Nikita, welcome to MIST, and this is lesson number 25. Let's talk about the different types of parents that have been categorized by coaches, parents, and probably anyone in the educational field, and they put them into categories that I would like to share if maybe you're not aware. And see if you fall into any of these categories, and maybe you need to rethink the way you are approaching your athletes and the educator that you're working with. Alright, so here's the first one: is Jabberjaw, is the person who talks too much. Alright, so they come on the courts, you have an athlete, the coach is about to start, and then the parent comes in and starts talking. Okay, he needs this, he needs this, he needs this, he adds a little bit of this, and then at the end you don't get things done. Alright, and then the parent is disappointed. Yeah, that happens if the parent decides to take all of the time away. Alright, so the next one is Judger. It's the person who focuses on the negative things, meaning person who focuses on the what the athlete is doing wrong. There was a study done in the army where a grandma was given a gun, and she was told only the good things. Okay, look at the target, focus on keeping a steady breath, and blah blah blah. I don't really know what it was, but I just read the story. And the other group was regular people my age, were given the same gun, the same target, same distance, but they were told negative things. Don't do that. Don't look that way. Don't do this. What happened was that the grandma won the competition. She was able to hit more targets as opposed to the one. So what I'm trying to get here is you have to stay positive. Negativity does not work. Not negativity, but focusing on the wrong things doesn't work. Okay? Alright, so here's another one: the ex-athlete. Okay, this type of parent is basically teaching what's been done in the old days. Now, you might be thinking, well, aren't I, and you watch my videos, teaching 1970s stroke? Yes, it's part of it. It's going, but I'm evolving the stroke in later lessons to come that you will see to the ATP forehand. Okay, but this type of parent focuses on the way things been done, like drop and feed. Okay, feeding balls from, let's say the parent is over there, the athlete is over there, and feed balls and they hit the balls. It doesn't work anymore. Things change. The educational field in tennis has evolved. We use red balls. In fact, I'm teaching these lessons using the red ball, different rackets, different court sizes. Things have evolved. All right, so we gotta accept the change. All right, next one, the rocket scientist. All right, this type of parent uses a lot of jargon that's too technical, and I've noticed this myself. If I were to do that with an athlete, they would be just too confused. As I've mentioned in my previous video, lesson number 24, the information overload, especially too technical information, can really get in the way, because if the athlete doesn't even understand these words and how to use them yet, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. All right. Next one, drill sergeant. The parent who just says, do it because I said so. This is a tough one, because I actually seen this on the court, and it's really scary. I found it to be scary. It's like, whoa, the kid is almost crying, and you're almost the demeanor of the parent feels like don't you dare to cry, okay? But the kid is like 7, maybe 6. So anyway, please understand that from your point of view it may be correct, but when you look at it from the outside, from the third point of view, to me it was scary. I was like, are you sure this is the correct way? I know this is your son or your daughter, but understand that what's going to happen in the future, that you might develop a different type of relationship that might not work out. All right? And the last one is negatron, they called it. Too negative, okay? So the judger was focusing on the things that the kid is doing wrong, but this one is being negative, okay? So no, that wasn't good, or wow, that's so bad, you know? Anything of the sort. I'm not going to go into it. I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you heard it, seen somebody, your friend, or maybe whatever. The point is, as I've mentioned before, negativity has its place if it's used correctly. First, athletes have to respect who you are as a coach, and then you can add a little bit of negativity, saying, okay, well, I don't like the way this is going. They need probably this is an older athlete. Probably not a small kid, 10 and under. Do understand that try and change your mentality into a positive focus. And I'm actually working on that myself right now with my boss, trying to make sure to stay positive. Because a lot of coaches these days just focus on the negative and criticism. Oh, you didn't stop to hit the ball, or you didn't split, or blah 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 blah, and that does wear down on the kids, as I didn't realize it. For me, it's still hard to understand that, because I'm from a different culture, and I feel that this is the basic. Negativity is the form of teaching. Okay, doing things, saying things, oh, good stroke, when it's actually not a good stroke, to me was confusing. So now I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, and you know what? Maybe it's fine. You say it's a good stroke, but you will say, I like how you did something on it. Not just say good job, but say something along those lines. Good job on ... Way to do that. Alright? Okay, so a good resource is the Coaches Alliance, I believe it's called, on the internet. They do have a certification. I'm not sure how much it's worth. It may be free, and I don't know how much pull it has along different facilities, if they look at it the same way as I don't know, the TESOL certification that you have to get for overseas English teaching job. Anyway, this was the types of personalities or characters that parents might have on the courts. Be aware, research, and thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.